Hey, so my name is Chris, and this week I'm going to be reviewing the movie Supersize Me by Morgan Spurlock. Now, Morgan did a lot in this video. He basically produced it, he wrote it, he directed it, and he starred in it. And the basic point that he's trying to make here is his quest was, if you eat McDonald's food for 30 days, will it affect your health? What will it do to you? And so he goes through and he answers this question. It's like a home documentary almost. Like, he fits in what he's doing that's caught on tape, and as well as interviews he does with people with, nutritionists, and he gets a whole bunch of doctors, and he goes through and he eats McDonald's food for 30 days. And, the rules were kind of simple. Like, he had to try everything on the menu. If they asked him if he wanted to supersize, he had to supersize. And so, he went out and he found out exactly how many, steps an average American takes. And so, he's like, okay, so they're at 5,000. And he goes, so I have to walk less than 5,000. I got to eat this 3 times a day. And it was just like, okay, this is my experiment. And he went off and did it. And, in the end, he finds out that McDonald's food is really bad for you. Fast food in general is just not good for the human body. And so, his point that he's trying to prove to his audience, which, would normally be like adults or kids who want to know about health, not really like little kids, because they'd just be like, oh, this is so boring. But, it's interesting for the rest of us to see this guy, scarf down a gigantic burger and huge thing of fries and this gigantic drink. I mean, that's kind of interesting, I guess, to watch people eat. Anyway, the point he tries to make to his audience is, this food is bad for us, and we can change it. We just don't have to eat it. I mean, it's still our choice. He's trying to educate people that this is what we need to do. This is what it's all about. Yeah, sure, it's okay to eat some fast food, but small size. Really, really small sizes. There was a part where he interviewed a lady from a different country, and she said that, our kids' meals are the sizes of their large. And for me, I go out and I eat fast food, and I'm like, wait, their kids' meal is like their big meal? What? You eat a Happy Meal here, and you're like, okay, I'm so hungry, that is nothing. And I think that's their large size. Wow, that's insane. So you've got all of this, and it just shows you that America is unhealthy. And we need to step up and say, this is what we need to do. We need to, eat better food. We need to exercise more. We need to be healthy. That is the message he's trying to put across to Americans. But then, what does this movie mean for us as Christians? I mean, can Christians take anything else from this? Of course we can. I mean, you can do that with every movie. First and easiest one would be, God wants us to treat our bodies, as a temple. We are to be examples for Him. We are to live healthy, happy lives. We can't live healthy, happy lives if we're eating fast food. In the movie, he shows that by doing this, he became depressed, he became worn out, and it was a horrible existence. He sat on the couch all day and did nothing. And if Christians were to do that, we wouldn't spread the word. We'd be too depressed to even think about Jesus, and we just wouldn't care. And we would, end up dying at an early age, be filled with medical problems and horrible, horrible stuff. So, basically, take care of yourself. Go out there, be healthy. Be happy, be healthy. But then, there's another underlying cause. See, for 30 days, Morgan didn't eat anything else but what was on that menu. It's the same as if Christians were to go out and not study or learn anything about Jesus except for one source. This may sound like, I'm a heretic or, weird, but I'm going to pick the Bible. Let's say that I go out and the only thing I study is the Bible. I'm not a very good Christian. And you're like, whoa, Chris, the Bible is what we look at. The Bible is how we learn about Jesus. And you're telling me that if I just go and study the Bible, then I won't have a healthy relationship with God? And I'm saying, yes, that's exactly what it is. But study that phrase carefully. Just the Bible. See, because when we study the Bible, we have to look at history, we have to look at the culture, but that's all extra stuff. That's like buying something from a different menu. See, if you just take the Bible, then you're reading it and going, what does this have to do with me? You're not applying it. You're not even listening to Jesus or God, to find out what is going on, how this is to relate. You'll never share your experience. You'll just be like, oh yeah, the Bible here says blah, 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 blah. And the next person's like, well, I had this really cool experience. You're like, whoa, no, don't want to hear it. It's not from the Bible. And your friend may have just had like this spiritual epiphany. He might have been like this huge spiritual high going, but Jesus just like told me something, like I feel it, it's right. And you go, no, it's not written down in the Bible, I can't hear it. That's not a healthy existence for us as Christians. That's the reason why churches were created. We get together in churches so that we can talk. Even if you don't go to church, just talking with a friend, one-on-one in a group, sharing your experience, that's another way we get to grow and become closer to God. Because we hear stories from other people, we hear examples, and all of this comes together. It's a balanced meal, balanced life. Otherwise, we're just taking one little piece and we focus so heavily on that we become unhealthy. It's not good for our bodies. I mean, even Jesus, he listened to his Father, and he read the Bible, and he interpreted it. 3 sources, not just one. And so we need to do that in our own lives. We need to be rounded. We need to find pieces of everything and pull it together. And Pastor Sam said that we need to be boxes, but boxes with expandable and shapeable walls, so that like we can say, this is me. Oh, I like that idea. Okay, I'll make it fit. And then, okay, my box comes over here now, because that didn't really fit. But we need to expand. We need to be able to grasp everything. But if we're focused on one little thing, we have a very, very small box. And this very, very small box can't grow. And so we can't grow. And because we can't grow, we become unhealthy. And being unhealthy is not good. And we won't be close to Jesus.